Hi, this is Darvin with Helia, and I'm going to show you how to configure PFSense for use with 3CX phone system. We're going to go through a couple steps here. Configure the IP range, set up DHCP, set up option 66 for DHCP, so the phone's auto-configure. Setting up the manual outbound NAT, port forwarding, so your ITSP can connect to 3CX, and then some proxy software, which will lead us into a part two. So this is the default PFSense. Default username is admin, and PFSense is the password. We'll go through the setup wizard here. I like to set my host name as Gateway. If you have a commercially purchased domain name, you might want to put that in here. I like to use the OpenDNS DNS servers. Let me just look them up here. 208.67.222.222. OpenDNS does have a subscription, and I think it's well worth getting the subscription. It helps you block and protect your network. I'm in Canada. I like to use the Canadian time server pool, so I'm going to put that in here. And then for time zone, I'm up in Alberta, so we use the Edmonton time zone. For your WAN interface, this is really going to be dictated by your ISP, your internet provider. It's either DHCP, PPPoE, or static. I don't have anything plugged into my WAN port right now, so I'm going to leave it at DHCP. This is your LAN IP address. I like to use the 10 dot range, so I'm going to put in 10.20.0.0. As you, if you have multiple sites, it's a good idea to put each one of your sites on a different IP range. In that case, you would go 10.21 and then .22 for the next site all the way up. Also for the subnet mask, by default, it's 24. That means you can have up to 255 devices on your network. For larger networks, I like to put it up to 22. That means we can put up to 1,000 devices on the network. If you go much higher than that, you can your network starts to slow down because of broadcasts, the amount of broadcasts that populate the entire network. So 22 is a good number to start with. Okay, subnet. This is not allowed to LAN. Okay, so I made a bit of a mistake here. This actually should be 10.20.0.1, and I had it at 0 before. 0 is wrong. So we need to go to 1, 22, next. Min password, normal password rules. Use a combination of symbols, numbers, capital letters, lowercase letters. Okay, there we go. Now I did change the IP address of the device from 192.168.1.1 to 10.20.0.1. So it's still showing up here like this. And if I start looking at the pages here, what's going to happen is it's going to time out and not let me connect. And part of that's because my computer got an IP address from the PFSense in this particular range. If I have a look at my IP address, I'm just going to bring up a command window here and type in ipconfig. That's going to tell me the IP address of my network. You can see it's in the 192.168.1.100 range, and that's been changed. The easiest way to fix this problem is to